Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. It always seems impossible until it's done. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. Lead from the back, and let others believe they are in front. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity. It is in your hands to create a better world for all who live in it. It is easy to break down and destroy. The heroes are those who make peace and build. I am fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I cannot say. Part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed toward the sun, one's feet moving forward. It always seems impossible until it's done. Courageous people do not fear forgiving for the sake of peace. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. When the water starts boiling, it is foolish to turn off the heat. A good leader can engage in a debate frankly and thoroughly, knowing that at the end he and the other side must be closer, and thus emerge stronger. You don't have that idea when you are arrogant, superficial, and uninformed. I detest racialism because I regard it as a barbaric thing, whether it comes from a black man or a white man. We can change the world and make it a better place. It is in your hands to make a difference. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. Overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity. It is an act of justice. It is the protection of a fundamental human right, the right to dignity and a decent life. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Let there be work, bread, water, and salt for all. Our human compassion binds us the one to the other, not in pity or patronizingly, but as human beings who have learned how to turn our common suffering into hope for the future. Which quote do you like the most? Please give your opinion in the comments column below. Don't miss the next video, subscribe now. Thank you for watching.